Hey guys, my name is Gabby, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction kind of video, and I've never actually done a reaction video on this channel before, I'm pretty sure, so this will be a first. But at the beginning of 2018, I made a goals video and a TBR video for books that I wanted to read this year, and just goals that I had for myself and for this channel and reading wise and all that this year. So I wanted to look back at that video and see if I actually read the books I said I was going to read, and if I, achieved the goals that I set for myself. I'm soon planning on making a 2019 goals and TBR kind of video. I just wanted to look back at my previous year and just see if I had actually achieved those goals and see if I need to tweak anything for next year because there's clearly something I'm not doing. So I have my video on my phone and we're just gonna watch it together and see how I did. Hey guys, my name is Gabby, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to be filming a video to talk about all the books that I'm planning on reading in 2018. I used to do music intros. One of the books I absolutely know I'm going to be getting to in 2018 is Little Fires Everywhere by Alright, so I did read Little Fires Everywhere, and I read that one in January, I'm pretty sure, so far so good. Another one I'm definitely gonna get to, and starting in January I'm gonna get to this, is A Little Life. This is one that was a little bit intimidating to me, but yes, I also did read A Little Life in January. Let's skip to the next thing. 2018 is The Secret History by Donna. The Secret History I also read in January. It was the first book I read this year. That is good to know. So far, we are good. Goldfinch by Donna Tartt at some point. This is another one that's raved about constantly. Okay, so my next one was The Goldfinch, and I did read that book in March, even though it was pretty disappointing. Reading Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This is another one that was like really hyped this year that I just never got around to. It takes place in like a post-apocalypse world. Yeah, so I started Station 11. I got like 50 pages into it. I read it in like June, I think, and I couldn't get into it, so I put it down, but I'm still planning on reading Station 11 in 2019. That's actually like one of my goals in 2019 is to try to read Station 11 again. So I mean, I kind of completed that goal-ish. I'm also planning on finishing They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This is one that I did start this year and I wasn't like really that yeah, I did finish They Both Die at the End. Even though it was a pretty disappointing book, I still finished it. So that's good at least. Want to read Warcross by Marie Lu. I typically don't read a lot of young adult sci-fi, but I've seen this book on a lot of people's like best of the year, and after I did read Warcross too. I listened to the audiobook for that one, and I was also pretty disappointed by Warcross, but I did read it this year. I feel like I read that book forever ago. Plan on finally reading Ready Player One because the movie adaptation is coming out in March and I do want to read it before I see the movie, so I'm probably going to be reading this one probably in February, I want to say, or maybe early March at the latest, but I do want to finally read Ready Player One. I did read Ready Player One, so that's good. And it's funny how I said Warcross is like Ready Player One because that's actually the reason why I disliked it, is because it was way too much like Ready Player One and I kind of read them like back to back. You want to read the book Wonder because this is like a super popular book and I watched them. I never read Wonder. Oops. A really like popular book that's been sitting on my shelves for a while is Big Little Lies, and I did watch the TV series. Ooh. I did read Big Little Lies this year. I think I read it in like April. That I'm planning on reading next year is Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emi Lang. This is yeah, I didn't read Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine, a book that I've heard about a lot too, and it follows this girl that's like really awkward and she has like an office job, and I don't know, it just sounds like the main character is gonna be. I did read Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. I read it during the booktubeathon. Thriller that's been really hyped this year is Good Me, Bad Me. That one is one I'm hoping to get to next year apparently. Okay, I didn't read Good Me, Bad Me, but I just got it off of Book Outlet and it's on my 2019 TBR, so going to read it soon. One that I am hoping to get to also is Radio Silence by Alice Osman. I'm hoping to get to this one because I did read Radio Silence this year. Really enjoyed it. The book Pines by Blake Crouch. This is one of my favorite. I never read Pines. I actually forgot that I wanted to read that. I also do just want to get around to reading more of my book of the month books, especially like A Million Junes by Emily Henry. The Blinds, it's being compared to like Wayward Pines, so I think that this is something that I would also enjoy. And I really want to read Woman Number 17 by Ellen LePucky. I've been putting this book off for so long, and it's this like thriller that takes place in Los Angeles. I did though read a lot more book of the month books this year than I have been. Like in this month, December, I read all 3 of my book of the month books this month, and I've tried to keep up. Like every month I read at least one of the 3 selections that I've been being sent, so like I have been keeping up more on my book of the month books. But in 2019 I'm also gonna make that a goal, so but I think I did okay in 2018 for that goal. Here I am planning on reading more Tarryn Fisher and Emma Scott because they have become too— okay, I said I wanted to read more Tarryn Fisher and Emma Scott. I don't know if I read any more Tarryn Fisher this year. Shoot! I think I read at least one more Emma Scott because I read Forever Right Now. I think that's it. Oh, fuck. 18 goals. Okay, now we're getting into the goals. I'm not really sure what I want to like set as my reading goal for next year because this was like the first year that I managed to read 100 books. I think I'm at like 112 books right now. I was really excited about that, but this year I did have like more time to read. But next year I'm going to university in March, and so I just have this feeling like next year is going to get a lot more busy for me. I'm not really sure what I want to set my reading goal at. I mean, I'm thinking probably like 75 books for the year, which would amount to about 6 books a month, which I think is still— okay, so I set my reading goal at 75 books for this year, and I am at 102 or 103 books right now. So I mean, I achieved my goal, and I think last year I had assumed that I was going to be— I mean, I did go to university for a few months this year, but I wasn't expecting all the major life changes this year, so I mean, it makes sense. Like, I think I would have set my goal at 100, like I normally do, if I wasn't aware of all the life changes, but yeah. I want to read like less romance because I have been kind of feeling like burnt out on all the like new adult romance books that I've been reading, and so I just want to read more, like go out of my comfort zone more with books. Like I want to try reading more things like Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance, like something I wouldn't normally pick up. Same with like Station 11. This isn't something I would usually pick up for myself, but I just want to give more books like this a chance next year. Okay, as far as the whole like reading less romance goes, I mean, this year I did read less romance than I have in the past, but as far as reading out of my comfort zone goes, like I can only think of a few books that I picked up this year that were like out of my comfort zone. Like Ready Player One, I would say, is pretty out of my comfort zone, and Sleeping Giants, and like books like that, like heavy sci-fi books. But other than that, I was reading a lot of contemporary thrillers, romance this year, which is what I usually read, so didn't go too far out of my comfort zone this year. I know what I like. Alright, so that's all for my 2018 goals and TBR video. I think this video was a little unorganized and not very planned, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do in 2018, I guess. So as for 2019, I do have a 2019 goals and TBR video that I'm going to be putting out pretty soon. Sorry if this video is totally pointless. I just thought it would be fun to look back on my goals of 2018 and see if I actually completed them, which I did most of them, but I definitely didn't go as far out of my comfort zone as I wanted to. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. What were your goals in 2018? Have you reached any of your goals, or did you fail on any of your goals? Alright, thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys soon with a new video.